You wake up on a Monday, and before your feet even hit the floor, it feels like your brain has 100 open tabs running at the same time. The anxiety is immediate. Most people spend their entire lives chasing a specific trifecta: money, relationships, and career success. Yet, even after hitting those milestones, that underlying sense of emptiness rarely goes away. This happens because we've been taught to treat peace like a destination, something we earn once the bills are paid and the house is quiet. But that calm version of the future is always moving just out of reach. The exhaustion comes from the belief that you are solely responsible for controlling every outcome, every timeline, and every person in your life. It is a psychological weight that no single person was designed to carry. When you feel like the entire world rests on your shoulders, burnout is inevitable. The issue isn't a lack of effort, it's that the center of the structure is misplaced. Putting God first filters the chaos. When He moves to the top, priorities fall into place. Instead of weighing choices against fear, you ask what aligns with God's character, straightening your path by removing the noise. This shift redefines peace as the starting point of your day, rather than a reward for surviving it. It becomes the internal environment you work from. This is a peace that passes understanding. You aren't ignoring the storm around you, you're simply no longer being broken by it. Your composure doesn't come from your circumstances, but from the anchor inside you. When your internal world is anchored, the external world loses its power to disrupt your foundation. Matthew 6:33 suggests a specific sequence. Seek the kingdom first, and these things will be added to you. When you stop obsessively chasing every opportunity, the right ones often find their way to you. There is a difference between the frantic energy of rowing upstream alone and the steady momentum of working with God's wind behind you. You're still working, but the desperation is gone. This internal realignment often reveals why our relationships have felt so strained. We tend to bleed on the people around us when searching for what only God provides. When uncentered, we ask partners to carry our entire worth, a weight they weren't built for. But when God takes that primary spot, He absorbs the pressure. Woven as a threefold cord, the weight distributes, making the bond unbreakable. Future-based anxiety has become a default state for many of us. We worry about health, we worry about money, and the what-ifs of tomorrow until we're paralyzed. That fear is logical if you believe you are the sole architect of your life. If every outcome depends on your perfect performance, worry is the only sensible reaction. That Jeremiah 29:11 shifts the perspective, stating that God already knows the plans. You don't have to figure out the next 10 years tonight. When God is first, that crushing responsibility shifts off your shoulders and onto His. The fear loosens when you realize the future isn't a void you have to fill, but a path that's already been walked by the one you're trusting. Transitioning to this lifestyle doesn't mean you'll never have a difficult day again. It means that even on the hard days, your heart is oriented toward the right things, allowing you to navigate the struggle with a sense of purpose. Putting God first isn't about reaching a state of perfection. It's a daily choice of direction, a simple commitment to turn toward Him before you turn toward the world. Try a practical challenge for just 1 week. Give God the very first moment of your day. Before the world starts making its demands, give Him 5 minutes of prayer or scripture. Intercept your habit of checking the phone or scrolling through your calendar. Before you can start listing everything that could go wrong, settle your mind on the one thing that is already right. Choosing to surrender that first moment doesn't solve every complex problem instantly, but it resets your internal structure. It ensures that as you face the day's burdens, you aren't attempting to carry them in isolation.